Hi guys, so I don't want to appear crass or uncaring when I describe the situation surrounding Meghan Markle and Prince Harry and their relationship with the rest of the royal family as pretty much panem et circenses, in the sense that this is a distraction from the real issues facing ordinary people. Yes, I understand that Meghan and Harry are going through a difficult period at the moment, and I think the way they're treated by the rest of the royal family is a travesty. But there are more serious issues at hand here. I want to show you this video that was uploaded by London Community Kitchens of people queuing for a food bank. You can see it here. How is it possible in 2021, in the sixth richest economy in the world, that people are continuing to vote for the Conservative Party when you can see images like this? Of course, this has not been published in the newspapers. We're hearing almost nothing about food banks, but they still exist, and their usage is actually increasing. How is that possible? What is the point in government if it doesn't look after its people? If it doesn't provide them the basic necessities to live? A roof over their house, over their head, food in their bellies, their children the means to go to school, to learn, to improve themselves. What is the point of all of this? What's the point in paying taxes to politicians to do a job if they don't do their job? This queue is unbelievable. How many people are here queuing up to get basic necessities such as food from this food bank? Because they have to. Because the government have abandoned them. Because in many cases people have lost their job because of the pandemic. Many people have to stay at home because they're off work because of the pandemic, and the support from the state does no longer exist. People have to resort to charity. I've said before, charity should not exist. It's the responsibility of government to look after its people. If a government can't do that, then a government has no right to exist. It's a sad and desperate situation. But there is an alternative. And I've said this before, a universal basic income. One that provides everyone with the means to live, with dignity, with self-respect. And there's no longer a necessity for people to go hungry or for people to lose their home. £1,000 a month, for example, could be something we could present as a UBI, a universal basic income, something that people could survive on. It doesn't mean people would stop working. It would complement work, or work would complement it. It would mean no one would go hungry anymore. It would mean no one would go homeless anymore. People would not have to beg. People would not have to go to food banks. People would not have to put out their hand and ask for help when it comes to financial strain or stress. It would be better for society. It's a travesty that food banks exist. It's a travesty that there are people queuing for hours in order to get into one, in order to feed their family or feed themselves. This is where the government have failed. As I've said before, if a food bank exists, it means the government has failed. And if one exists or two exists, it's still a failure. But the failure is on a massive scale now. The government have understood that someone else would pick up the pieces when they don't do their job. So there's no real incentive for the government to do their job. I hope in the future we can replace this with something better. But I'm afraid that people will continue to vote for the Conservative Party and ignore the reality, and instead will be distracted by shiny objects. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot. I want to say a big thank you to all of my patrons. You ensure that this channel continues to exist. I'm eternally grateful for all of your support. If you join Patreon, you will receive instant access to our Discord server, where we have both audio and video chats. You can chat with me and other patrons where we discuss important and non-important issues. Becoming a patron per month costs about the same as a large coffee, so why not check it out?